Hey everybody, this is the boy, aka Matt's son, and you're listening to Subfacts, the greatest podcast ever. And if there's any attractive ladies, preferably 11 through 15 in the audience, DM me on the gram.
Hello and welcome to Subfacts. I'm your host Matt. I'm here with my partner in crime, Mooney. What's up, Mooney?
What's up, dude?
I'm still dying. Still dying.
Jesus, what is going on with you?
I know.
Man?
Like last week I had cool voice. Now I'm in the I'm dead. Like I'm literally, and apparently it's running. I played the boy tonight because right before this show I spent a good couple hours at the old patient first.
But for him though, not for you.
Yeah, getting him checked out, and so
you had an ear infection, right?
Yeah, not pleasant. It was his first ear infection, which is never good.
No,
Have you ever had that? Like you've had ear infections, right?
When I was a kid, when his age, and that was due to a lot of swimming and a lot, in my pool in the ocean, and I had to get a lot of pus zapped out of it.
Ew. I had a few, and it's weird because ear infections are odd because sometimes they can hurt really bad, and sometimes you don't even know you have them at all. Like,
well, you don't know until it's too late. That's the thing.
There was a time when I was in my 20s that I literally felt perfectly fine, but couldn't stand up. And
because it's balance.
Yeah, so my equilibrium was, so I kept, every time I stood up, I got dizzy and fell back down.
That's exactly right.
And I went to the doctor and they were like, "Do your ears hurt?" And I'm like, "No, everything's fine." And they're like, "You have a double ear infection." I'm like, "Wow."
Yeah, because yours get when a bunch of pus builds up or
so. And but that time I didn't feel anything at all. It was so creepy because I felt perfectly normal, but nope.
Yeah,
not pleasant. But yeah, so I think my whole house is dying. That's what it is. But
well, maybe I shouldn't be.
I know, right? You're the guy that like you could literally walk into a cloud of any disease known to man and not get it. So I feel good that you'll be safe.
All right.
And so
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. And so in reality is that we're also going to have, I should bring up some administrative things. There's we're going to have essentially a couple weeks off. We're going to do an extra show just so we have content for the masses. But we're going to have a couple weeks off. So I'll get to heal, and then, hopefully you don't catch anything and you can actually enjoy some time off. So anyway,
awesome.
With that being said, folks, I think it's only time for one thing. I am so relying on the warm up to boost my energy here.
Uh-oh.
No pressure,
no
Brian.
pressure, Brian.
I will try to live up to it. It's going to be tough. How are you guys tonight?
I'm good, man.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
We're good and dying.
Good and dying.
Welcome to the Good
and Dying
show.
Maybe that's the show title.
Good and
dying. All right. First question. Not including the Chinese spy balloon, what do you think the 3 other UFOs that were shot down?
I hope it's not aliens. I so want aliens in the worst possible way to come to this.
Oh, you don't hope they were aliens because you don't want them to be shot down.
No, yeah. I don't want them to shoot down aliens. Like, I totally want to embrace aliens. I hope it's all balloons, to be honest with you. Kind of shoot like drones. I like drones. I don't want
them to shoot. They could have been drones. They easily could have been drones. But that would suck if they were aliens. I would agree. Because then we could be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, I'm telling you, aliens are cool. I know aliens are cool.
Aliens are cool.
100% cool. Like, everybody thinks they want to probe you and all that kind of stuff.
Nope.
No, they're cool.
They just want to find out more about us. We should return the favor.
Absolutely. So I hope it's not aliens. I don't care about anything else they shoot down. They can shoot down anything they want.
I just think it's kind of messed up. I mean, just stop. Can you please stop, other countries? Just stop.
Well, no, what's stupid, though, is the fact that it's a balloon. Like, we have drones, which are cool. Like, drones are cool looking. Balloons are just dumb in general. So it's kind of
maybe they thought like, hey, like no one's gonna think anything of it. It's just a balloon.
Yeah, because like I can't fault them for spying because every country does. So it is what it is. But balloon is
a balloon.
It's kind of like getting caught on a moped. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of want to have some kind of a stealth drone. Like our drones are dope looking. Right? And
of course,
spy drones, whatever it is.
A balloon looks dumb. It's just a big floating thing in the sky.
It's kind of stupid. it's like a Macy's Day Parade in the sky.
And really, how hard is it to shoot down? Like drones, like they could be elusive. You may not catch them. It's a huge balloon. You're gonna hit it.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Dumb.
And at least put some pictures on it. You know what I mean? Don't just make it a standard.
What do you want? A
balloon.
Flyers balloon?
That would be dope. That would be cool. But what I would do that's smart is if let's say I'm China and I'm sending a balloon, I would put like I'd make an American flag balloon. They're not going to shoot down an American flag balloon. You know what I mean? Like I would put a flag.
Because then they might start asking questions. Oh, who's?
I would put a flag. I would put the flag of the country that I'm spying on. That way, they're going to be like, "Oh, hey, that's all pretty cool."
It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Genius over here.
Of course.
Hopefully, our listeners in China aren't paying attention to me. But that's what I would do. Wouldn't that be crazy though? All of a sudden, you see this like American flag balloon flying across, and they're like, "Don't worry, that's a good one."
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to harm you.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here. All right. Great. Next question. If you were a vegetable, which vegetable do you think would best represent your personality?
Ooh, I don't know all the vegetables out there.
And all of them suck. Like for the most part.
Is that a radish or an onion?
Which one?
That's an onion.
Oh, that's an onion. And again, it doesn't have to be these. It can be any.
So potatoes are a vegetable. Carrots, celery.
There's arugula there in the middle. A vegetable.
Well,
arugula.
I think the potato is definitely me because I've been a couch potato my whole life. The amount of TV I watch. Come on. I have no choice but to claim the potato.
I think you could be a potato.
I'm 100%. I got a potato build too.
I'm going to go with carrot.
Really?
Yeah. The only reason I'm going to go with carrot is because, it's like some of them, it's orange. I like bright colors.
That is true. You're very bright.
Carrots go with everything.
By the way, orange is not the original carrot color.
Oh, it's not?
No, that's a dye. They come out white. I think the original was white. They also have purple carrots.
Well, the inside of the carrot is also orange.
Yeah, but it's essentially
dyed in the ground.
They dyed it, and so that way it's now genetically orange.
Okay.
But the original carrots were essentially not orange.
I also say carrot because it plays well with others, right? Like whatever that thing I was telling you about with like carrot, celery, and onions. Like carrots are in a lot of things. It's in soup.
I can't do cooked carrots though.
What?
I can't do cooked carrots. I'll eat cold carrots.
Opposite.
I'll eat cold carrots all day long.
I hate cold carrots, but I love carrots in like stews and soups.
Boom.
But that's what I'm saying. It goes with everything. That's why I think I'm a carrot. I'm gonna go with carrot.
You'd be a good carrot. Good carrot.
I would like to be slim like a carrot, but that's
it is what it is. So my wife calls me the carrot.
All right. Moving on. That was a good question. All right. Next question. Last question. If you had to switch,
Brian just gave himself credit on his own question. He was like, "That was a good question."
I thought you guys were gonna like shoot that one down and like make fun of it, but no, you guys did well.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
If you had to switch places with a fictional character for a day, who would it be and why?
Oh, I think you know that one for you. 100%. I think I know the one for you.
Out of the ones that are up there, easy.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be these. I just have some examples.
I mean, out of the ones,
any fictional character, not just the ones you have up there.
But I mean, out of the ones up there, you know what? I still, even out of all the ones I can think of, like I think that would be pretty cool to be him.
Shane Falco.
Yeah, like I would love to be Shane Falco because I have no interest in being a superhero, none, at all. So yeah, being Shane Falco would be pretty cool. Like, I mean, you get the notoriety, you save the day, like you have a hot girlfriend. Yeah, I mean, lives on a boat. I think it'd be pretty cool.
Huh. I don't think I'd want to be any of these people up here. It's too much work. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's me. It's low energy me.
Well, I mean,
but like John Wick, come on.
You could be
John Wick's awesome, but you got to kill Pete.
You could be Happy Gilmore. Like, I mean, that's not a lot of work. He's a golfer. That's not that much.
You could
work.
Be Billy Madison.
Yeah,
Billy Madison. Oh yeah, Billy Madison would be dope. Yeah, okay, I'll take Billy.
You could easily be Billy Madison.
What was his character's name in?
Actually, I would want to be Norm Macdonald, the one who hey Billy.
I mean, either that or I could be Frank the Tank, right? I mean,
Yeah,
from old
that's
school.
true. Oh, yeah, like old school people, Beanie would be pretty dope too.
Yes, Beanie would be.
Or what about
solid.
Sandler's character from Big Daddy?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
lawyer. Yes, and he's a Jet fan. Perfect.
Boom. Yeah, any Sandler role wouldn't really
Early
suck.
Sandler role. Early Sandler role.
Early Sandler role.
Nothing Netflix Sanders.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler. Sorry.
Nothing where I have to work. I think like I want something where like Billy Madison I think is perfect for me because really I don't mind school. I'm good at that. I'm fine.
You are good at school.
I'm fine with that. And then you get all that
taking
money.
tests, which you like.
Yeah.
But you don't have to go to school. You just could be Billy Madison being a rich guy.
And I would dig Nudie Magazine Day.
Yeah.
It would be awesome.
Magazine Day.
Be like, woo! I think Billy Madison.
All right, so Billy Madison and Shane Falco. Bam!
Awesome.
Love it.
Very cool.
I knew that was gonna get.
By
that
the
dude was gonna
way,
get clowned.
why in the hell are people clowning him for crying during the national
Because
anthem?
I'll tell you this right now: no man should cry on national TV.
But it's the national anthem.
Yeah, but come on, like it was good.
You cry when you
Don't
watch
get me wrong.
Rudy. You don't cry when the national anthem.
Chris Stapleton did an amazing job. I'm not gonna deny that, but come on, dude, you're crying on national TV.
I don't mind. I'm. You know what? You know me, dude. I'm an emotional guy, so I don't mind crying on TV.
No, and I'm a robot, so it's complete opposite.
That you don't have any emotion. That's your problem.
I get complete douche chills when I see a grown man crying on national TV.
Oh no, man! Like I'm all about it. Like I'm fine with it.
Like when I watch like the reality shows and people like Big Brother when people are away from their family forever, and they just boohoo cry, and I'm like, I hate that. That'll never be me. Like I love my family to death, but I could be away from them for 6 months and be fine. You won't ever.
Well, I
see
mean,
me.
I don't know if that means you love them to death if you can be apart from them.
I'm just saying you won't see me
Right.
boohoo. Like there will not be tape of
You'll
me
never
boohoo
cry.
crying
I know.
on-
Trust me.
I'm just saying I get douche chills when I see that. And so,
And like if we ever become famous and win awards, like I'll be the guy crying that we won an award. And
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
be like,
yeah, I'll be like, it's Nudie Magazine Day. But no, but the thing, when it happened, I looked at my wife. I'm like, oh no, that poor dude. And I wasn't clowning on him, but I was like, this dude is going to be a meme for the rest of his life.
You
know,
got
because the Michael Jordan crying meme. There's kids that don't know who Michael Jordan even is. They just know him as the crying guy. So it's like, dude, you're on the biggest
You make
stage.
one little move and then you get memed forever.
Oh, I know. And it was a sweet moment, but man, he's going to regret that.
You know what though? Like I said, I'm fine with the crying and it's an emotional moment, but I'm happy he lost. I hate Sirianni. The guy's a loud mouth. Thinks he's all cool, always in the media. Watch me, like yelling on the sidelines. I don't care. I'm a cool dude. Like,
Is he as bad as Kelce? Or Kelce?
No,
Kelce?
Well, I think we're going to get into. Let's get into all that actually. So we're gonna.
Brian, to answer your question, that guy is king of the hill douche. I hate him.
Yeah, we were going to get it. So I was going to let's take it from we'll set the table because we'll go into it because I have
set a table, dude.
I have it. So as we know,
forks, knives, spoons. Let's go.
As you know, folks, on Sunday was the Super Bowl in Arizona, featuring the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And I recall I had the Eagles, you had the Chiefs.
Yes.
So you won that.
Nice.
You won that nicely. So your thoughts on the game, just because you're a sports guy. So was there when it came down to it, were there some bad calls?
Yes.
In favor of
two very bad calls.
Because you've gotten me twisted in the head about the Las Vegas.
You saw
conspiracy.
it. You saw it happen.
I know. I'm just saying
they did it again.
And you were rooting for Chicago. You were rooting for Kansas City.
Right. The Eagles got completely screwed. Completely.
Yeah.
I trust me, and I'm not even saying I'm happy they got screwed. I'm saying it sucks they got screwed. That you can't make that call. You cannot. It's ticky-tack, and I know he said, I did a little bit of holding. You can't decide a game. You decided a game. After that call was made, they Chiefs kneeled 2 or 3 straight plays, kicked the field goal, game over. You can't do that.
So even though you were rooting for the Chiefs, you got to see that Vegas had their mitts on the game.
But I was wrong in where they had their mitts, because earlier in the game, the Eagles fumbled the ball. They caught the ball, fumbled, and the Chiefs returned another ball for another fumble for a touchdown. So there should have been 2 defensive touchdowns, but they took it back saying, oh, he didn't have full control and he didn't take 2 steps. Garbage. He totally caught the ball. That's why I thought, oh, man.
Yeah, I was saying that too. I'm like, you totally caught the ball, but I don't know why they took that back.
Right, but then they surprised me at the end of the game. They just gave the game away. You can't give a game away.
And it seems like, so the Chiefs, if you think about it, they got the game from Cincinnati, and now they got the Super Bowl. So it's like, is there an asterisk next to Mahomes' name going forward? Because you're seeing Brady stats at this point. Like everybody's putting up like, oh, at the same age they did this and this, that. So it's a complete scam. There should be an asterisk at this point.
I don't think you can have an asterisk, if you will, only because of the fact that every game, you just don't know how it's fixed. But now that every game is fixed. The whole thing is fixed.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
You just got to hope you bet on the right side.
Yeah. It's sad. It's sad that that's how it's coming down. But yeah, I saw a thing with, I think it was Goodell, was basically like hugging a Kansas City Chiefs player and stuff like that. And it's kind of like, dude, really? You're the commissioner. You should be the most impartial person.
Absolutely.
Good handshake's fine.
You can hug. You can maybe hug the coach, maybe, but a player, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, no, kind of garbage. But I was, like I said, I was rooting for Philadelphia, and I did notice that the complete garbage aspect to it. But then I always look back at it going, is it only because I'm rooting for him, or is that a legitimate?
No, I don't. I know we both know a guy, right? He's a Chiefs fan who says, oh, no, it wasn't. Yeah. If you are a true sports fan, you have to know that was a garbage call, shouldn't have been made, no matter who you're rooting for. I'm telling you right now, if I were a Jets fan and the Jets won by that, I would be happy the Jets won, but I would say, look, your team got screwed. I would say it flat out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you're honest like that. Boom.
I am honest like that.
So what I will say, and now we can get to the Kelce brothers. Oh. I don't think I have an issue with the Philadelphia Kelce, because I didn't cool. He seemed cool. But the other Kelce, Travis Kelce, I didn't know much. You know him from stats wise and stuff like that. But as soon as they hand the dude the microphone, he just lost every bit of credibility with me.
He does.
The fact
he did
that
versus Cincinnati.
Yeah,
too.
It's like, dude, you win a game, you win the biggest game ever. You just be happy, you just be graceful, and say, hey, thank you, we did it as a team, whatever. But he was basically yelling at the people who were naysayers. It's like, now's not the time to yell at the naysayers.
He did it the week before when the Cincinnati Bengals mayor was like, oh, we own Arrowhead. It should be called Burrowhead.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you this is our house. And
he thinks he's like a gangster. He does. Nobody understands. He kept saying Nan, and it was just like, dude, none? Is it none? I was like, what are you trying to say, dude?
I loathe Travis Kelce. And by the way, it cost me a lot of money. So
yeah, he went down on my scale real fast. I was just like, because I'd never really paid attention to his interviews, and I never really thought about it. And I knew he was a good player. So, but not that. After seeing that, I was just kind of like, nah, he's a douche.
No, I'll never root for him.
No,
even if he comes to the Jets, I'll be happy if he scores because the Jets score, but I won't. I loathe him. He's a disgusting individual.
That's not how you do it. Especially you've been there before too. Yeah. It's not like you don't have to rub it in people's faces. Just be graceful. Just thank you. It was a great moment. Right. I'm so happy. Whatever. Yeah, absolutely.
Be classy. Do what Jordan does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He doesn't. When they ask him, oh, those posers over there in Houston, they thought they were going to win. We beat their butt. He doesn't do that.
No one should do that.
He just says, hey, we played an awesome game. I thank my teammates. Very happy we won, and see you later.
And that's what I've seen a couple memes since where they show, why people like hockey, because those hockey players are never that way.
Nope.
You never, as much as I hate certain hockey players, they're always great. They're always like, hey, we did it as a team. We're very thankful.
Yeah.
The other team was fantastic. They're never that guy.
They're
So,
sportsmen, though.
Yeah, so Travis Kelce just sucks.
He
F
does.
that guy.
100%.
Our show should be called F Kelce.
I'm with you.
Because the other one's good. So F Travis or T Kelce.
F Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Boom. F that guy. How did you watch any of the Rihanna halftime show?
Oh yeah, you know why I did? Because I lost like $500 to $600 on it. That's why.
You bet on the halftime show?
No. So you know what we do prop bets, right? So
yeah.
I went to the house I go to, we do prop bets.
Yeah.
And I run it with another guy. Me and one other guy run it. It's 20 questions, and then everybody at the party usually fills it out. It's $20 to enter.
Mm-hmm.
So we had about, 30 people, whatever. It was like 30 people enter, something like that. So I ended up getting 6 wrong. The person who won had 5 wrong, a 13-year-old kid or 11-year-old kid, something like that. One of the questions I got wrong was, will Rihanna show cleavage during the halftime show?
And you were like, that's a shoo-in, yes.
Absolutely. But she didn't tell anyone she was pregnant. Thank you, Rihanna, for losing me money.
And what stinks about it is
13-year-olds don't even know what cleavage is. So he goes, no, of course.
It didn't even stop her slutty dancing. But it was like completely, I see your point.
So I'm sitting there going, the kid doesn't even know what cleavage is. So he puts no, I put yes. Thinking you're going
to get in.
Smart guess. And of course, no.
Damn.
And the other one I got wrong. Will there be a touchdown over 45 and a half yards? I put yes. The AJ Brown catch was exactly 45 yards.
Sorry, buddy.
Dude.
Bad luck.
Yeah, exactly. And then I placed a, what do you call it? DraftKings bet.
Mm-hmm.
2 touchdowns by Hurts, 2 touchdowns by Travis Kelce, and Kansas City winning.
Yeah.
Kelce had 1 touchdown. Hurts had 3 touchdowns. Kansas City won. In the last freaking 2 touchdowns they had, Eagles like triple team Kelce. Thanks a lot, Kelce, you jerk.
Wow.
Hate him. I hate him even more. So we should double F Kelce. That's the name of the show.
There you go. So Riri, you didn't watch it, didn't care.
I did watch it.
Okay, but you like?
I was mad, but I watched it. Yes.
Oh,
apparently more people watched Rihanna.
That's true. More people watch Rihanna than they watch the game.
Isn't that insane?
That is weird. What's more insane? And don't get me wrong, I actually like Rihanna's music. I have no issue with her music whatsoever. But the fact that she completely lip synced like a champ.
Did she?
Oh yeah, there was no singing whatsoever. And then
how do you know?
You could tell.
She kept putting the mic down and wasn't talking anymore.
Yeah,
and the song was still going on like she was singing.
Yeah, and she was on like the whole the
oh my god, did
you
see that thing wobble?
Yeah, which I give her credit for that. Like I give her mad credit for that because I wouldn't do it. But what I don't understand is people are making it seem like it's one of the greatest halftime shows ever.
No,
and I'm like,
not even top 10.
I don't think so. Like it was okay. It wasn't offensive. It wasn't the weekend. You know what I mean?
It wasn't as good as last year with all of those.
Yeah. Last year was probably in the top 3. But it was one of those things where like she's blowing up and I'm like, who are these people that can just deal with like subpar performances?
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Is she lip sync? That's awful.
And the whole thing is they're like, oh well, she was pregnant. I'm like, well, that's fine.
Everybody lip syncs almost. I think almost everybody lip syncs the NFL, and in fact, they require their singers to record their songs.
I don't think
Prince did. I think he insisted.
Prince did, and when in the rock bands don't. I will say, like U2 didn't when they
and I
were.
don't think like Green Day did, and some others.
Yeah, that's on things. I think.
But like I think it's like the dancer ones, like the.
Yeah, like legitimate rock bands don't. But see, those legitimate dancer ones are the ones that lip sync in normal concerts too.
Right.
And that's what I find to be very annoying. Like, there's so many rock bands that could legitimately do an awesome job. But that's not what.
So they don't allow they require you to lip sync?
No, they don't. They don't require you, but to Brian's point, the pop people are the
Okay.
ones that are typically lip syncing. But I don't think
I
you
read
have.
somewhere that the NFL is requiring them to do it just to make the sound good and everything.
Oh, that
But-
makes sense.
But I will say, like I said, Prince definitely did not do it, and the rock band, like I know Green Day didn't do it, and neither did U2. So it's
Alright.
like the rock bands. I don't think it because Tom Petty didn't do it. There's no way Tom Petty was lip syncing on his, and
I wouldn't know.
Maybe it's a new thing.
Like last 10 years or something, 5 years.
Yeah, but we can figure that out.
Yeah.
But anyway, did you okay, now the other thing that everybody talks about is the commercials. Did you see any that you like?
There was one commercial I laughed at the time, but I don't recall what it was. It was a vehicle commercial of some sort. I think they were in a van or a truck, but I don't remember.
Was it the Will Ferrell one, the Netflix one?
What
Where
was that one?
He was in part of like he was like acting in like different Netflix shows like Squid Games and
No, it was like a parody type of, not a parody, but like a gotcha type of commercial.
Oh,
Like you didn't know what it was until the end, and then everyone laughed.
Yeah, to circle back on this, I found it. It says the NFL requires most bands to record background tracks in advance and purport like they're playing on stage. Longtime Super Bowl sound engineer Patrick Baltzell told The Verge in 2018, only soloists typically get to perform their parts live, citing guitar solos from Prince, Bruce Springsteen as examples. So only few people get to do their thing live. So like the article talks about like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and like they were like completely lip syncing. In fact, their instruments weren't even plugged in, like their musical instruments.
Oh my!
So
wow. Or Chili Peppers. Well, the Chili Peppers is funny. They're in Australia doing a tour,
Right.
and a lot of negative reviews coming out of that show, where it's just kind of mailing it in, which is the same thing when I saw the Chili Peppers back in the 90s. I was so excited to see them, and it was just such a mail-in hack job. I was just like, I'm never going to pay to see them ever again. So it's like,
man, if
they just
everyone
ruined.
complains about them, how do they still get people to go to their show?
I don't know.
Is it just new people every time?
I think it is. I
think they also do a lot of festivals, so it's like they're going with like other people and they're like headlining.
Yeah, but I think there's a mystique about the Chili Peppers where people like they get nostalgic for Under the Bridge and stuff like that, and then they don't realize they have to sit through a bunch of other crap once they get there. And I think that's the problem. But people just want to like them, and I loved them. Like I said, Mother's Milk is one of the best CDs.
I love the Chili Peppers, like some of their songs especially, and just I won't go see them live for that exact reason.
Yeah, and all their stuff has pretty much been pretty tired. You know, it's all the same. It's
the newer stuff crap. For sure.
You know me, I think I had the one Blood Sugar Sex Magic album, and that was it.
Yeah, you don't need really anything more. You should have got Mother's Milk before that, but outside of that,
okay.
You're good. Okay, cool. So I did, to be honest with you, back to commercials. I did like the Ben Affleck one where he's at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, that was good.
And then the Diddy ones, the Puff Daddy one, I thought was pretty cool, as the one with Paul Stanley from Kiss, the music one, I thought was pretty cool. But there wasn't anything that, like, I heard it was $7 million for a half hour.
Wow.
None of it makes
30
sense.
seconds, you mean?
30 seconds, yeah.
Okay.
None of it makes sense to me because you don't remember, in your case, you don't remember what it's even about. So what's the point of you paid $7 million for nobody to remember?
And if I were, I wasn't, I mean, like I said, I ran Square Pool and that pool. So I spent a lot of halftime making sure the answer key was correct, paying off people that needed to be paid off for the squares, and then getting something to eat because I was, I wasn't eating during the game.
Them all, but reality is I don't think they were really that worth $7 million a 30-second spot.
It's tough. I mean, because people use, like, if they're over someone's house, you're going to the bathroom, you're getting a drink, you're getting something to eat. And commercials have, it used to be, wow, you used to go, I can't wait for the commercials. And now it's an
That's what I'm saying. They should just quit with it. Just go back to being normal pricing.
Yeah.
Come on. It's too much. Nobody cares. Even like the Today Show was even showing the commercials the whole week prior. So it's kind of like nothing was even new anymore. So it's all dumb. Get rid of them.
And you don't need that big of a budget to get
No,
a blockbuster commercial in. It just
Nor-
needs to have good writing.
Yeah, just be a normal commercial and be done with it. Cool. We should go to our prop bets then, because I know we did prop bets last week. I have no recollection of anything we bet on or what.
Brian.
I don't know what I picked either.
I recorded them and I have the results here. So the first one was America the Beautiful, who was shown first. And it was actually Nick Sirianni who was shown first. However, between what you guys picked, Matt picked the Kelce brothers and Mooney picked Hertz. Hertz was the first Subfacts pick shown. So I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know how you want to count that. So I gave Mooney the credit for that since.
No, he deserves it.
Yeah.
If that would be the first one of the two.
Yeah. And then the coin toss was tails. Mooney had tails.
Yeah, you're winning on Subfacts.
The national anthem length 95 seconds. Over
under.
It was 121 seconds. So Mooney had the over.
Dude, you own this.
The jersey to score first was odd. It was 87. Travis Kelce.
There you go. Got that 3-1.
Boom.
The highest scoring quarter was the fourth quarter for 25 points.
Nice.
The second quarter was close with 24 points. Matt said the third, and Mooney said the fourth. So the results of the first drive was a touchdown. Matt had touchdown. Mooney had turnover. The MVP position was QB. Matt had QB. And then the Gatorade color was purple. So neither of you got that one.
I didn't even see the splash. I didn't even see the splash.
Even see it, yeah.
Purple. Who drinks purple?
Dumb.
Gatorade, stupid. Okay. Boom. So
4-3. It was close.
Yeah, but
and it would have been 3-3 if you didn't count the Hertz one.
Right.
No, but
I think you get credit for that.
Yeah, you should definitely get credit for that.
All right,
okay, boom. You know who's not getting credit?
Is that? No, you're not going there.
R.I.P. to Raquel Welch.
Oh, that was bad.
It's an R.I.P. is coming up when I say who's not going to do whatever. You had to know. And so
man, Raquel Welch, she was a hottie back in the day.
It's sad. Like, I think you're born knowing Raquel Welch. Like, you just know.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you one thing she's in.
The Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, right, or something like that.
I didn't watch it. I
didn't watch it either.
So what I'm saying is, like, I know her from commercials.
The only reason I know that is because I'm pretty sure that
wasn't she in like the Grumpy Old Men movies?
No, that was
Sophia Loren and Margaret.
And Margaret.
Right.
Like, I remember there was a commercial with where she had like shorter hair. And she was already in her like 50s, I think. And somebody was like, "Oh, hey, good moves, Rocky," or whatever. And it was like for Slim Fast or something. And I just remember like, man, she's hot for an old lady.
She is.
And when you talk to our parents' generation, the dads are always like Raquel Welch. I think that's how I knew her, but like I couldn't tell you anything she did.
Joe you see the picture of Joe Namath, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, she was woo-hoo.
Yeah. So Joe Namath got her in her prime. And so, but yeah, she's not in anything that like our generation would even really know. But good on her. We all know she's hot. That's one of the Sophia Loren's the same thing. Like, I couldn't tell you one thing that Sophia Loren's done other than be hot.
She was in Naked Gun 33 1/3.
oh yeah, that's what. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, she did mostly like
I said, there's nothing.
Her career was pretty much done by that point.
Yeah, but
she did a bunch of
definitely
stuff.
Hot.
Yeah,
and so
definitely hot.
Good on her. I'd say a life well lived.
Oh yeah, 82.
Yeah, it's solid. 82 is a good year. Good year.
That's a long time.
Although when I'm 82, I'm gonna be like, can I get at least 10 more? Can I get 10?
10
20 more? Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't. I mean, I don't
think I'm done at 82. I think I like a little bit more.
No, I mean, if I get to 80, I'm going to be any day is fine. I'd be like, Lord, you could take me. Like, as soon as I turn 80, I'd be like, you can take me any day now. Any day.
And you're at peace with everything.
Absolutely.
You're just like, boom.
You don't even give me warning. You take me. I'd prefer you just take me out at night.
Oh, there you go. You have a nice 80th birthday.
Yeah.
You get some drinks. You go to bed.
Absolutely.
Just don't wake up.
Don't wake up.
Hey, the heart wants what the heart wants.
Right? I mean, like, cool.
Yeah. Speaking of the heart wanting.
Mailbag. Okay, folks, it's time for mailbag.
Your wife had to listen to 30 minutes of show.
I know, right? She's gonna be like, I had to sit through Super Bowl stuff just to get to my favorite part.
All right. The email this week is from Space Coast Bill, and
Nice.
his subject.
Oh, by the way, it's not Kevin.
Is it awesome?
Well, let him read Bill. Sorry.
His subject is movie stuff, and he says, FYI, I missed the first half of the Super Bowl watching Titanic in IMAX 3D because I promised my wife we'd go see it. He said he forgot how long and boring it was.
Oh,
I'm actually shocked by Space Ghost Bill in this one. Like, I know he's a sports fan.
Really disappoints me.
I know he's a sports fan.
Is he a sports fan, or is he? Does he watch all sports? I know he's a big baseball fan.
I think he's a sports fan, but I think I don't know him personally, but for me, the picture of him that I have in my head is the guy that's like, no, honey, I'll take you to see Titanic on like Saturday.
Absolutely.
But I can't do it on Sunday because the Super Bowl's on.
Yeah, of course.
I see him as being that guy. I don't see him as being the guy going, okay, we'll go.
Yeah.
I'll pause.
I think it was that thing where the Titanic was only on that one day.
But then you don't go to see Titanic because you're like,
that would be my solution. But he promised his wife, so she obviously wanted to go.
It is Valentine's Day weekend, so I guess he's.
You know what though? I mean
that's kind of sweet that he took her. So,
if I'm gonna miss the Super Bowl, I would probably choose to miss this one because I literally don't like either team. So,
yeah, you know what?
I only had betting interest in this Super Bowl. No watching interest whatsoever.
Yeah, so if your wife was like, take me to see the Titanic movie, and it happens to be during the Super Bowl, you're saying
this one?
Yes, you're saying okay.
Oh, I may say no only because, well, here's the thing. I would try to say no at first. If she pushed, I would say yes. I have a lot of fun running the betting pools, so I do have fun from a betting perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like I had no interest. So this year would have been close to me saying yes. Other years, no.
Okay.
Like I always loved rooting against the Patriots, so that was a.
So I guess Subfacts consensus is Space Coast Bill gets a free pass
This time.
Because this Super Bowl isn't necessarily one that he has to be there for.
Right.
Okay. Fair enough.
The rest of his email, he says, Matt failed to mention a new horror movie that opened in the last podcast. The movie is called She Came from the Woods. That's what I watched instead of Magic Mike and 80 for Brady. It was actually a pretty decent horror movie filmed in the 80s era. It was a different spin on the summer camp horror movie. The only thing it was missing was the nudity.
I saw a coming attraction for it. It looked horrible.
You can't have a summer camp.
But I do take Bill's recommendations to heart, so I may go see it.
You can't have a summer camp horror movie without nudity, though. I thought that's a prerequisite.
It almost is.
It's one of those things that like that would definitely take it down a notch in my book because that it's expected.
It didn't look that good from the preview, but when it gets to like Showtime or something like that, I'll watch it.
And Bill brings up a point, and I'd like to actually address this with the folks. I do see a lot of, I get a list of all the movies that are coming out. And so I do kind of have to cherry pick, and I do it because I'm trying to figure out what our listeners are actually might want to watch. But
I would want to hear about a horror movie.
I know but every week there's probably 10 different horror movies that come out. And so, but a lot of them are, straight to DVD, whatever. So it's kind of like, how far do I go down on the movie segment of horror in the horror genre? So I'd like people to write in, just like Space Coast Bill did, at subfactspodcast@gmail.com, and let me know, like, do you want more horror recommendations, or is it too much, not enough, whatever, or if there's any other types of movies that I should be bringing to the table, because I didn't want to keep. I don't want to keep it as like every week is another horror movie. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I didn't put that on there. But hey, if that's what the people want, then I can definitely go down that road. So everybody write in at subfactspodcast@gmail.com.
And thank you,
Boom.
Space Coast, for the great email.
Yes, thank you, Space Coast.
Thank you, sir.
Boom.
By the way, saw Knock at the Cabin. I was pleasantly surprised. It wasn't your typical, like, he got me again.
And Space Coast gave it, I believe, a 3.5 out of 5
That's
rockets.
Yeah,
He
that's
gave it a
appropriate.
3.14.
3.14.
That's appropriate. It wasn't anything like, oh my God, awesome. And it wasn't a disappointment. It could have had a little more, like, I think the ending was a little rushed.
Mhm.
But overall, like, you sat there, you were interested. I mean, it kept your attention.
Good. I'm still not going to see it. Sorry, I figured we're talking movies. Boom. This week, there's really only one movie that's coming out. I'm not going to see it, but it's a movie that other people are going to go see. It's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Why not, dude? Ant-Man movies are awesome.
I didn't see I saw the first one, I think. What am I going to do?
Oh, dude, I love the Ant-Man movies. I'll be seeing that for sure.
I do like Paul Rudd. Ant-Man, stupid in my opinion. I can't deal with multi-universes.
It's not multi-universe.
Yes, it is.
Quantumania. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Multiverses.
It is.
It's straight multiverses. I can't do multiverses. I'm done.
I thought it was just
No. It's
I thought Quantumania was that, like, he goes too tiny and he goes into
goes into the quantum realm, but it's all about the new bad guy King the Conqueror is not King the Conqueror. Yeah, it's Kang. What I don't remember.
Yeah.
He is using the quantum verse to go between multiverses.
I'm not doing it. I'm out.
I had no idea. That sucks.
Yep. As soon as I hear multiverse,
I'll still see it, but I hate multiverse too.
Well, then why don't you just jump off? Do you really care? You don't.
I do like Ant-Man movies. I like Paul Rudd, but I didn't know it was multiverse.
It's straight multiverse.
Stupid. I'm not so sure. It looked like a regular Ant-Man movie where he just goes too small, fights the bad guy, and that's it.
Nope. It's dumb. Like I said, I'm not going to see it. I do like Paul Rudd. Good on him. I hope the movie does extremely well. It's just not for me. So I will not be watching Ant-Man and Wasp. By the way, I don't even like the fact that they add Wasp. Why can't it just be Ant-Man? Why do we have to have a Wasp? Stupid.
You always have to have a female counterpart, dude. Come on.
Not you don't see Spider-Man with a Spider-Girl.
You have Mary Jane.
Ant-Man always was married to the Wasp in the comics, the original comics.
Okay, well, dumb. I didn't see the movies. I only saw the first one, so I'm probably missing out. It's probably fantastic, but I'm not going to go see it.
Wow.
What I am watching on TV, Alone season 9 came out on Hulu.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
And so, it's one of those things.
Alone?
Yes, the one where people get taken. It's like 10 people that they're like natural bushcrafters that they stick them in a remote place by themselves, and it's whoever lives the longest or makes it the longest.
It sounds like a complete train wreck of a show that I would hate.
No, it's fantastic. I know, Brian.
I've actually
you
liked the show. I haven't watched it. I stopped watching it. I got a little tired of it because it was kind of the same thing over and over again. But I watched like 8 or 9 seasons of it. So
8 or 9 seasons.
Well, it's season 9. Yeah, season 9 is on Hulu. That just dropped in.
But I think they're on like season 11 or something like that. Actually,
oh, in real life, yeah. Because I think it's on the History Channel or something like that.
No chance I watch.
But I love the fact that people will eat anything, and they'll eat like tree bark just to stay alive.
Tree bark? How do you eat tree bark?
Well, apparently it's got fiber and stuff, and sometimes you need it. But then the fact that these people are so gung ho that like they'll literally almost kill themselves, and then the production has to go, no, we're cutting you out for medical reasons, so you can't win.
Really?
I love that. Like anybody else, like I'm a wuss. Like I wouldn't last a day out there.
Neither.
I would be the first guy going, hey, I stubbed my toe, I'm out, but like these people they're willing to like just about die.
Yeah,
there was one dude, and I think it was an earlier season, like 3 or 4, where he kind of went crazy with it. Like where he caught like a ton of fish and he smoked all the fish, and he had like this horde of like smoked fish, and he was like rationing it to himself, and he was losing so much weight that they had to pull him out because he wasn't eating enough. And meanwhile, he had this whole horde of food that he was like amassing, because in his mind he was like, I need to have all this food and I can't eat it though. And
so he amasses all the food just in case, and then he never eats it.
I will say the ones that impress me the most are the women. The women, like you always get the macho dudes that come in, they're like ex-military, and they're like, oh, I do this, and they're the first ones complaining.
Yeah.
The women don't complain at all. They usually get pulled because they've lost too much weight or whatever. But if it wasn't a matter of them losing too much weight, they would totally win every time.
Why isn't Tammy going alone? She didn't even need to eat.
I know. Tammy, by the way, like that show gets better. You brought it up. That show could not get any better. Like
Mooney.
I've like every episode, this latest episode, Amy gave birth to her second kid.
Oh.
And I felt bad for the kid. Like as soon as the kid's born, I'm like, oh, this poor kid is getting born into this family.
Can they do plastic surgery early so the kid like grows into a good face?
I don't know. Like there should be some kind of like somebody that should go, look, you can't keep procreating,
Yeah.
Like the funniest thing is Amy's husband, Michael, is the best. He's my favorite because he's like, I don't think he can put a clear sentence out. It's just, he just kind of mumbles. Right. It's the greatest, like best damn show.
And they're gonna
ever.
have a kid. Oh my god.
They have 2 now, and it's just, oh my god, like I can't get enough of it. It's fantastic.
To go back to what you said about Alone real quick, particularly about the women lose too much body weight, and then they get taken out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've noticed in the later seasons is that became a strategy for the guys. Like they would like bulk up and get fat like before they went there.
Mm-hmm.
Just so because they know they were going to lose a bunch of weight. And you could always tell like there's one huge fat guy that's going to lose all his weight and he's going to win in the end because he can just outlast everybody.
There's a in the one that I'm watching now, there's a lady who she like trains like Navy SEALs. Like that's her like job.
That's her job.
And she went in 30 pounds overweight. And so she strategically did that whole thing. So I'm kind of rooting for her just because, and she's building this like amazing house, not complaining at all, just like embracing every bit of it. So it's like, way to go. Like, I want to see her win. Like I'm rooting for her, like good personality, all that good stuff. But anyway, with that being said, boom. Okay. So my backstage pass this week, big album dropping on Friday. It's the latest album from Pink.
Pink is still recording albums,
and it's called Trustfall.
Why?
I'm not gonna lie, Pink is one of those that gets a free pass from me no matter what she does, because she is just
So you actually like Pink?
I actually do. I think she's got a great voice. I don't get me wrong, I don't like everything she does. Right. I do have her CDs, but like, I think she's got an amazing voice. But the fact that she puts effort into her shows, like she does all that, like, the rope stuff and the gymnastics crap.
She's a
and
show,
all that stuff.
show person.
She definitely puts on a show. And so, but
you can't get that feeling in an album, in a music album.
No, but like she's got some catchy songs.
Right.
She does. I'm not like, I do think she's got a good voice, and she's got some catchy songs. So I'm kind of excited about it. I'm not seeing her live. I'm not going to. I'm not there.
I hope not. Jeez.
I'm not there. But like a I think next to Lady Gaga, I think she's probably the next that I probably would see in that genre.
Okay.
If I had to. So, but it's going to be a big album. That's
I'm
going to be your
sure.
number one album. I will say, as far as my taste goes, you know how the algorithms, like we were talking about, we've always talked about algorithms and how they just find things for you. So I've been watching a ton of YouTube, and YouTube kept showing me this thing of like recommended, and it said like Powerwolf live in some place in Germany. You know, it's a German name.
Powerwolf.
And I was just like, I just kept skipping by it, but it kept showing up.
So you're like, fine, I'll click on Powerwolf.
Exactly. So I click on Powerwolf, and I'm like, let me see what it's doing. Why does YouTube want me to see this?
Yep.
And I'm not going to lie, I watched pretty much the whole Powerwolf concert.
What?
I was like, oh my God, YouTube, you know me. So it's
Powerwolf?
I guess it's considered power metal. They're German, like the dude was speaking German in between each thing. They sing in English though. So you can understand.
They sing in English, but they
oh my God.
they sing in English and then they talk in German.
The stage show was insane. Like the graphics, and the dudes look like they came out of like Game of Thrones or something like that. And the songs are like medieval, like themed songs, I guess. I was just like, I stopped myself halfway through. I'm like, oh my God, how am I watching Powerwolf? Like Powerwolf is like my new band. I then started going down a Powerwolf rabbit hole.
No.
I'm like, dude, it's entertaining. And
Do
now
they play here at all, or is it mostly in Germany?
No, I looked. They play, so when bands, so they're huge in Germany. Like they're playing arenas in Germany, but in Europe, I guess they go up and down Europe. But when they come to here, because they're not known here, they play like a couple dates in New York and a couple dates in LA just to kind of cover the
major cities.
But the funny thing is, my wife comes down and she goes, "What are you watching?" And I'm like, "Dude, this band Powerwolf, right?" And I'm thinking she's gonna clown me because, you know, come on, it's
I would
Powerwolf.
clown you, of course.
And she was like, "That's awesome." And she goes, and she once again, she goes, "Are they playing around here?" And I was like, "No." I said, "We probably have to go to Germany." And she was like, "Oh, I would totally do that." She goes, "We should go to Germany to see Powerwolf live." And I'm like, "I guess." Like,
oh my God.
We're going to make a pilgrimage to Germany to see Powerwolf.
I cannot believe you're going to go to Germany to see a band.
I'm just saying, if we were like, I was like, look, and what I told her, I was like, if
she wants to go to Germany for other reasons.
know, I was like, if we were in Europe and Powerwolf were playing, I wouldn't say no, but I don't know if I'd make a trip for it. And she was like, I think we should. And I'm like, wow. But hey, they got a new album coming out next month, though. Boom.
No chance.
I think you would like Powerwolf.
No way. I would not like Powerwolf at all. I don't even know. No.
I think you would like it.
It sounds awful.
Okay, folks, I'm going to give you, this is actually going to lead up to something that we're going to be doing in the near future. As you guys know, the loyal listeners know, I'm a huge fan of music and Mooney is not. And
Definitely.
So what we are going to start doing in the near future is on YouTube, they have what's called reaction videos. They're hugely popular. So in efforts to bring new listeners and all that kind of stuff, but I think personally it would be a lot of fun. We're going to do some Mooney reaction videos where I'm going to play a music video and Mooney will basically hear it for the first time. You won't hear it prior, and we'll get the official Mooney reaction. And if I'm correct, you've given me carte blanche to play any type of music. So if I was playing Norwegian death metal, you would be okay with it.
I would listen for the thing and we can talk about it. Yes.
Okay. So the gauntlet has been thrown down, folks. I actually do have, I think we're going to take some time out and we'll record a bunch of them. But folks, if you have any suggestions that you think you want Mooney to hear, and I'll throw an example. I think a long time ago, Smorgy had mentioned the band Ice Nine Kills, and he thought that Mooney would like Ice Nine Kills. So I'll play an Ice Nine Kills video for you so you can see what they're like and react to it.
Nice.
So folks, if you have any other bands that you think that would be funny to see Mooney's reaction to,
There you go.
or you legitimately think he'll actually like it, definitely write into subfactspodcast@gmail.com and send your ideas in, because I'm going to have fun with it. I know, like, I'll set you up right. I'm not going to completely.
You'll mix in a nice, like, songs I like, songs I won't
I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be a complete, like, no, this sucks.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
No, it wouldn't be fun if they all sucked. So
I'm sure you'll throw in some that I like.
I'll do it, because how many times, like this Powerwolf, I'm like, you would actually like them if you heard them. So there might be a Powerwolf song. We'll see.
Like Paramore, I don't remember ever hearing them, but you said I would like them. So
you would totally like Paramore.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. But we'll do stuff like that. But I probably will throw in some like death metal in there, some crazy
death metal.
I might throw in some crazy stuff just to see the reaction. But it is something we're going to be working on the next couple weeks. So definitely, folks, bring in your ideas, and we'll mention it on our little videos we're going to make.
Love it. Love it.
And then last but not least, there's a little bit of rumor mill, possible a Bon Jovi reunion with Richie Sambora.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought Bon Jovi was still together.
No, they're kind of together, but Richie left the band 10 years ago. And quite frankly, Richie and John wrote the songs together, and the songs
so Richie and John didn't get along?
No. So Richie was having some, there's rumor. They don't like to tell many stories out of the camp, but Richie had gone to rehab a couple times.
Ooh.
I think it was alcohol. It wasn't anything more than that. But anyway, Richie left citing that he needed to spend more time with his family.
Right.
But
/ get better.
But at the same time, he left and went on tour with Orianthi, and he made a couple albums with her. So there might have been more to it, but what they're saying is more he needed to spend time with his family. And so now, 10 years later, Richie, I think his daughter's all grown up, and he's kind of like, hey, we should get back together for the fans. We owe it to them.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of thing. He did cite that in an interview. He cited that John's got working on his voice, which hopefully is good, because the last thing we heard from John just was awful. So I'm 100% on board if Richie gets back with the band, as they should.
And John can get his voice back.
John gets his voice back, because then they go back to writing good music, because I'm not gonna lie, when Richie left, the music has just been awful ever since. So I'm that's my favorite band. I'm 100% excited for that to happen.
All right.
But I'm highly skeptical that John's voice is going to get better. And
that's hard to get your voice back, man.
Yeah.
Especially when you sing as powerful as he does.
Yeah. So it's a little rough. All
right. We'll see. Good luck to him.
Yes.
I'm rooting for them.
Yes. With that being said, I think we've said it all for this show. And we will be doing another show right after this, folks. Which you'll hear in a week later.
Just so we don't do any more technical difficulties.
Yes, exactly. So we'll talk about that in the next show.
But if you do have technical difficulties, we could call Andy, because all music, all tech support for Subfacts is provided by our friend Andy at Creative Underground. He runs a state-of-the-art production studio in Leesburg, Virginia. But that's not all, folks. He does more. He does pro karaoke, video live stream events, youth sports, corporate events, weddings, concerts. He does it all. He's a video and audio guy of your dreams. All you got to do is go to his website,
www.creativeunderground.co.com. Boom.
Boom.
Next up, we have Ben from KStreetPhotographyDC.com.
Mr. Vacation.
I was going to say Florida.
Jacksonville.
I was going to say lock your women and children up, but but no, he's happily married. You don't have to worry about anything. But Ben from KStreetPhotographyDC.com is in Florida at this point, taking mad pictures already.
Of course.
So, if you see a drone, it is not China.
It's Ben.
Yes. So Ben is
your local Jacksonville haunts and bars and
exactly. Ben is an award-winning image builder and FAA certified pilot of drones, specializing in commercial real estate marketing, business headshots, drone cinematography and imaging, team imaging, providing website and social media, branding packages, all the above. Once again, if you think of pictures, you think of Ben from KStreetPhotographyDC.com.
Oh,
damn.
All right. Well, weather's getting warmer, folks. Let's pray to God it stays that way and it just keeps going. So what that means is you can call Big Dog Auto Detailing and you can get your car, truck, trailer, whatever you want, professionally cleaned, waxed, detailed, all that stuff. Because I'm telling you, you bring your vehicle to him, it's going to look like $1 million when you leave. He is the best out there. He's mobile. He's friendly. Their staff is on time. They're punctual. They do everything right. Big Dog Auto Detailing, 571-233-8716.
Boom.
Tell them Subfacts sent you.
Exactly. And if you want to learn more about our show, go to subfactspodcast.com. Now's the time to go there and get the merch. The weather's been very weird, so it could be bathing suit season before we know it. And you're going to want to get the beach towels.
Yeah, you got to get the beach towels, the T-shirt. Yep.
Absolutely. Get the poster, all of the above. So go to subfactspodcast.com. Definitely write in to the show if you want to suggest music for Mooney to listen to or anything else. Subfactspodcast@gmail.com. Also, all the new folks, if you're enjoying the show and you like what you're hearing, make sure you like and subscribe on wherever you're listening.
And let us know where you're from. All the cool foods near you.
Yes. But if you tell your friends, tell them we're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, YouTube, pretty much anywhere. I really want to get our YouTube numbers up, so really pimp out the YouTube.
Let's jack up YouTube.
Yes.
Jack it up.
Since they know my algorithm. So
yeah, the algorithm.
Yes. So folks, I feel like we're going to do another show. So
we'll see you soon.
We'll see you next week. Stay safe and see ya.